I don't think he will announce a full imposition of sanctions once again. I doubt very much that he is going to pull directly out of the deal today, partly because everybody else who has signed up to this accord wishes to stay in it. And secondly, he is still playing this Janus-faced president. So on the one side, he has to appear strong to his people at home, to his base support, but equally, he still wants to present himself as an internationalist. And in fulfilling his campaign promises, he is absolutely going against the international order. And he's playing a fairly delicate balancing act, which is not that easy for a guy who really isn't that delicate. There probably are some options in the middle ground that he could look at. He could look to reimpose sanctions on Iran's central bank, but leave some wiggle room for the 400 or so Iranian companies that do business with the West. So it may be a period of time that he might say that he will leave sanctions away from these companies up until the next time they are due to be renegotiated or reimposed. Or he may decide that pulling out of the deal will be partial and it will only affect certain parts of the agreement. He needs to play a game so that he appears strong at home, but he really, like anybody else, doesn't want to throw America into the middle of a cranking up in Middle East tensions. The danger is if he pulls out of the deal immediately, right now, that is the impact that will happen, that we will get this massive cranking up of tension and potentially future war. The position with Iran is not actually that dissimilar rather, to where America was with Iraq 10, 12 years ago. If we are pushing them to the margins of international state-to-state relations once again, the danger is that they will ramp up the kind of activity we're already seeing in Syria, their support for terrorism across the Middle East region, and it could be massively destabilizing. I'm not sure that Donald Trump really takes that into account at all. America is so much the world's only superpower at the moment that it's very hard to see how any kind of agreement could exist without them. But it may well do. A partial agreement that still has the support not just of the three big European countries, but of Russia and of China very significantly as well, may work. It may be that while America imposes sanctions on Iranian banks, Iranian businesses, if that's not happening with China, maybe we see more trade increasing that way. The worry is that Iran gets ever closer to Russia. And when you look at situations like Syria, that is simply not a good thing to happen.